Oh,
Now
we're
we're
at
live.
plus 3 minutes. Nothing happened.
Oh.
Oh.
I see you
Welcome.
on there, Mike.
Welcome to the
Welcome,
pre-show,
everybody.
guys.
We're
Pre-show.
definitely not watching the Women's World Cup final right now. That is not a thing we're doing.
That's totally
That's a
not
thing
what that score is. That's up in the upper right corner. Totally
Exactly.
not that score.
Definitely not us keeping track of the Women's World Cup team beating the Netherlands.
USA.
It is appropriate, though, that just mere days after Freedom Day, our Women's World Cup team is going to win the Women's World Cup. Because they're better than the men.
I was actually kind of reading up on the on like the next set of World Cups and that, like the next like few of them.
2022 for the men.
22.
2022, and it's in Qatar, and it's really not smart because they have to do it in December.
Yeah.
They were like, let's take this big soccer event and put it in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. So what they're
and big open air stadiums that are being built on migrant labor, where people are being brought in and then having their like passports and stuff taken away so they can't leave.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not good. They actually should have stripped Qatar of the World Cup.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. They got too much money out of them. They were bribed. That was total.
Isn't it Qatar?
It's Qatar. Apparently,
is it Qatar? That's
apparently.
I thought it was Qatar.
Apparently, it's Qatar. Guitar, the greatest instrument in the history of me.
But yeah, it's like, so I was looking though.
Nothing. All that matters is that it's the other team has nothing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, all that matters is that our number is bigger than their number.
Pretty much.
That's really what matters.
But no, what I was looking up is like because in 2026, is it 2026? I think so.
The North American World Cup
is they got the North American World Cup, and then in 2027 they're trying to win the bid for the U.S. for the Women's World Cup, and then you got 2028 is the Olympics in LA.
So they're trying to do a shitty place to do the Olympics.
It's the new stadium.
You need more than one stadium to hold an Olympics. They should have done a U.S. bid, a multi-city bid for the Olympics.
Would have been good,
like they do for the World Cup, where like some of the World Cup games are going to be like they don't even know all the sites for the games yet.
Yeah, they do.
As far as I know, like they haven't put a final list out, like every game that's going to be everywhere. So like there's cities that still may host for the World Cup.
Hold on,
because it's a nationwide thing for the World Cup.
Yeah, I was.
And that's it. It's over. The women have won the World Cup, and they're running out onto the field. I will try my best to describe this scene to you. They're hugging. They're happy.
We are the champions.
Megan Rapinoe is back out there with her purple hair.
So the final sites for the multi-bid thing, that's because the bidding process seems to be over. But wait, the 23 candidate cities and venues will be narrowed down to 16. Okay.
Yeah, so they're still figuring out what cities is good. North America has the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, Canada's already done because it's going to be 3 in Canada, 3 in Mexico, 10 in the U.S.
Yeah.
You got Montreal, Edmonton, and Toronto are going to get it
makes
Canada.
Sense.
Mexico City, Monterrey, and Guadalajara get it in Monterrey, whatever. Yeah. And Guadalajara, they get it in Mexico. The U.S. is down to L.A. at the Rose Bowl, New York MetLife Stadium, Washington, D.C. FedEx Field, Dallas AT&T Stadium, Kansas City Arrowhead Stadium, Denver, Houston, Baltimore, Atlanta, Philly, Nashville, Seattle, San Francisco, Boston, Cincinnati, Miami, and Orlando.
Okay, so there's 10 cities. That means you're definitely going to get World Cup games in LA. You're definitely going to get World Cup games in New York.
Mm-hmm. DC.
No, I don't know about DC necessarily. I don't know about that field though. It's possible. I still think DC is kind of shaky though.
They will do it.
Probably for sure get one down in Miami.
They'll probably put one in Seattle because the stadium is so damn nice.
Well, wouldn't they just put them anywhere where there's an MLS stadium?
Well, they're not putting them in MLS stadiums. They're putting them in NFL stadiums because they're bigger.
Yeah.
Soldier Field.
So
they actually
if they come to Houston, it'll be Reliant.
Bring
and Reliant
me the World Cup
stadium for that.
If I'm right, Chicago Chicago voluntarily dropped out.
Fuck Chicago.
Detroit was eliminated.
Nobody wants to go to a World Cup game in Detroit.
They were actually eliminated in the second round of bidding.
I had to let them feel good for a moment.
The new field in LA is actually eliminated in the second round. They're not even doing the new field for the Rams. They're out.
Poor Detroit.
It's okay, Detroit. Indianapolis is out. New Orleans is out.
Look, I'm telling you now, don't be shocked if both Dallas and Houston host World Cup games.
I won't
because
be shocked.
They would host them at AT&T Stadium in Dallas and at Reliant Stadium in Houston, and both of those stadiums can hold a massive number of people.
Yeah,
they call it NRG Stadium.
Well, if I had to guess,
NRG now. It used to be Reliant.
Yeah,
AT&T Stadium will probably get them. Like, if anything gets 2 games, AT&T Stadium will get that because that's what 100,000 that it can hold. No.
I guarantee
AT&T Stadium can hold 100,000.
Bid expandable to 105. Okay, yeah. So that'll probably be the big one.
Don't be shocked if AT&T Stadium hosts the final.
Oh yeah, I won't be shocked. Although, can AT&T open up?
Yeah. The whole roof doesn't open, but there's a section in the middle that opens up.
That could prove good for
weather
for Houston. Because NRG Stadium has a retractable roof, and if it's a nighttime game and the weather is fine, then they can just open it up open air. Ooh, come on now.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned who would be the final city, but they're all like. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, similar note, I saw a story that said that for the Olympics in Japan, the demand was about 10 times. The demand for tickets was about 10 times more than what they have available.
Dang.
Not shocking. NRG Stadium itself is expandable to 80,000 for concerts. But it's probably going to be closer to 72,000 for sports. It's not as much as AT&T, but that open air stadium.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I can tell you here in a second, Shonen. Let me go back because I started heading to. Okay, can I please have my page that I was on? That's not the page. World Cup 2026. Cities that were eliminated. San Antonio was out in the first round. Charlotte was out in the second.
Never had a chance.
Yep. Vancouver voluntarily dropped out. The Cotton Bowl lost in the second round. Jacksonville was out in the first. Cleveland was out in the first. Detroit was out in the second. Pittsburgh was out in the first. LA was out in the second. Well, Hollywood Park anyway. Lambeau did not submit a bid.
You're not wrong, Shonen. They should have announced the tickets earlier. They did announce the Tokyo Olympics in 1990 with Akira.
I think Mailman's here.
Did you get a package from Amazon?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that would make sense then.
Got a bag for the trip.
Oh, fancy.
Let's see what else. Vegas is out.
Vegas is a bad city for sports anyway, except apparently the hockey team.
Yeah, I mean, well, the Raiders are.
But that's probably just because people are like, oh, they have to.
We finally got a fucking team. Like
they're like, they have to keep that building cold for the ice, so it'll be a nice place to go sit when we're tired of the desert heat.
Yeah. Birmingham had a chance at Legion Field. They were eliminated. Lucas Oil.
Nobody was putting a World Cup game in Alabama because, let's be real, those people down in Alabama were going to be like, those people are a little too brown for our tastes. Let's be real. Mike, you're muted.
Mike, you're muted.
So we couldn't hear you.
And they're just tan.
Yeah, Indianapolis was out. Calgary did not submit a bid. Memorial Coliseum lost in the second round. New Orleans was out in the first round.
Nobody wants to go to a major sporting event in New Orleans during hurricane season.
Not really. Regina, Canada was out.
That's
Tampa
Regina, sir. Regina.
Is it Regina?
Experience Regina.
Salt Lake City, second round out. Toronto, Montreal.
That's because nobody wanted to go play with the Mormons in Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Soldier Field voluntarily drop out. Ottawa.
That's a shame.
Eliminated.
Soldier Field is a great venue. The last time the U.S. hosted a World Cup, Soldier Field hosted games, didn't they?
I don't think so. But
they don't want to be a part of it.
Minneapolis. They were probably afraid. They were probably afraid that people would get shot.
That's fine. You just got to stay out of the South Side. We all know this.
No,
you just got to stay out of Flint.
Pretty sure it's all of Chicago that you got to stay out of. But yeah, mostly the South Side.
Yeah, right. in '94, Soldier Field hosted World Cup games.
Oh, well, that's why I don't remember, because I was in like 4th grade.
They also hosted them at RFK Stadium in Washington D.C., Foxborough, Orlando, Dallas, Pasadena, California, Stanford, California, East Rutherford, New Jersey, and Pontiac, Michigan.
Fuck Pontiac, Michigan. That stadium sucked. God, we used to go there, and that stadium was horrible. Bad for the players, bad for the fans. It was in the middle of fucking nowhere.
For grandmothers.
It was horrible. Fuck that place.
If you love your grandma, don't go to Pontiac. Didn't they shut down that city when they killed the car brand though? Like they were just like, the city's no longer. I assume that's how that works.
No,
that's just like when the car brand Saturn became defunct, the planet disappeared.
No, the rings just went away.
I don't think that happened. All right,
I think it did.
Shall we start recording?
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, let me go click on my button that makes me record things.
Yep, I got mine recording.
I'm recording, and I have waveforms.
I am also recording, and I also have waveforms.
Same. Oh, back to this. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. You don't know what episode we're on, do you?
Nope.
20.
20, yeah. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 20 of the Lunarcast, the new class. I am your host, Iron. Penguin's over here doing the Macarena. I am your host, Iron. With me, as always, is Mike. How are you doing?
I am good. What is going on?
Oh, everything. And then we have Penguin Von Penguin from twitch.tv/Mr. Penguin Von Penguin.
Wait, so the channel is me and I am the channel? Amazing.
Yes, it's everything. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm good. I'm 6 days out from a feat of stupidity. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, because you are doing the Extra Life. You're doing it
twice this year.
You're doing it twice because for some odd reason you want to do it twice.
Because
it's for the big beautiful kids and the big ugly kids.
And the small ugly ones.
And those shitheads in Toledo.
No, we got those kids out of Toledo last year.
But they came back.
There's more.
There's more? Oh my god.
People are just popping the babies out. Now I gotta get those ones out.
Why? You don't realize that every year more and more babies are born in Toledo.
you have to understand too, there are a lot of heroin addicts here.
And for 82 cents a day, you can help out those poor kids in Toledo.
Oh shit.
Does question? These people who are popping out their children in Toledo, does that count as child abuse?
I think it's more neglect.
Neglect. Okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry you came from a household of neglect, Iron.
Yeah, that's fine. So last week we did not record an episode because Penguin had gotten back from vacation. Our scheduling did not work very well, and
my
Penguin
power was out.
Yeah,
Mike's power was
we would have
out.
probably been okay if your power hadn't gone out.
Yeah, Mike's power was out.
Mother Nature
too.
was like, take a week off from the podcast.
So
Mother Nature was like, hey, you know that thing that you rely on most in your life, which is, I know, first world problem. How about you just not have it for 22 hours? And I was like, oh, thanks.
Mike, how about you take that 22 hours and you multiply that across, I don't know, let's add 2 more hours to that. Let's call it an even 24. And then let's multiply that by 21. And then we'll talk about power being out. Damn. That was years ago. Yeah. It sucked.
Yeah.
21 days, no power is not fun, kids.
Freaking, oh, that's horrible.
Hurricanes suck.
Yeah, that's time to get out of Houston.
Hurricanes.
I mean, tornadoes aren't much fun.
Move to the middle of the country where you got corn everywhere.
I did live in the middle of the country, and there was a lake there, and that lake liked to make snow, so done that too.
There you go. So we were off for about 2 weeks. So there was quite a bit of news that came out, and there's stories that we're going to touch on. A lot of them will probably just at least touch on that and then skip over, but we'll probably dive into a few. One that kind of came up that caught my eye, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout mode has basically become a pay-to-win model at this point.
Who could have seen that coming?
I know. It says new DLC weapons added have its Blackout Battle Royale mode feeling a bit too pay-to-win. It received an update on June 25th. 25th? 25th. Made several small adjustments to Blackout. Changes to the look of the map, more ways to rank up, added in Sentry Turret from standard multiplayer, and humiliations, which finish off down enemies in a flashy manner. That sounds a lot like Apex. Like, you can do those special finishers that, you know, it even goes into like a little mini cutscene. This is ridiculous.
What do you think?
I know.
Developers looking at other games to try to make their game better.
But it says there was also a major change to loot stashes.
Did you not expect a series like Call of Duty to eventually somehow end up pay to win?
Oh, it totally was going to.
I own this game that I got for free. It's downloaded on my PC, but guess what game has never been launched on my PC despite being downloaded?
Black Ops
4. Sea of
4.
Thieves.
Oh, you're right, Mike. You're right.
So the problem comes with Blackjack, the character who likes to hustle players in Black Ops 4 Blackout Market, now has his very own Blackjack stashes on the map. These supply caches are theoretically loaded with all the DLC weapons from the Black Market loot boxes and the ones earned by ranking up in the contraband tiers, which is Black Ops loot earning equivalent to Fortnite's Battle Pass. However, there is a catch. Players can only obtain DLC weapons that they've personally unlocked. So if you haven't unlocked any weapons,
the stashes are useless.
Pretty much. So
look at that.
And then so you have to keep getting loot boxes apparently to try and unlock these weapons. But rare weapons, you're not going to get that. So just got to keep paying until you win, because you're going to have these ridiculous, probably one-shot weapons. I don't know. A little ridiculous.
It had so much promise.
Didn't a story? I think I might have missed it because it might have been a little old. But didn't a story come out recently? Another one of the fuck you developer things come out against, basically the Call of Duty franchise, because like they only had 9 months to make Blackout. Like the Blackout mode, they had a full-on campaign, and they only had 9 months.
I did see somewhere where I didn't see any fuck you developer things on it, but I did see somewhere where they're talking about how they may like to add a monthly subscription price to Call of Duty multiplayer.
As long as I don't have to buy a $60 game, that would make sense.
No. It came out in June.
On top of that.
Yeah, the article came out in June.
Well, then F that.
Of course, it was Jason Schreier's article. It's the human cost of Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Jason Schreier out there getting us all the stuff that we want to talk about. It's like, guys, what can we talk about this week? I don't know. What did Jason Schreier talk about?
Okay. I mean, it's pretty much delves into the fact that they treated QA testers like garbage, like flat out garbage. They didn't pay anybody properly. There was no AC, there was no heat, or whatever.
Well, I think it was that there wasn't. They were having the playtesters work basically like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah, and the ones
and
at
the
night,
people and the people that worked at night, they for some reason they didn't think to turn the Nest to always on, so like it went off at night.
Yeah, and then they kept telling them it's broken. And they're like, "How's the AC broken? It worked this morning." For the other people, so
it's broken.
I mean, it was just the entire development was a mess.
I'm gonna see if my new apartment complex will let me install a Nest thermostat.
I mean, Treyarch studio heads Dan Bunting and Mark Gordon sent the following email to the staff. I'm not gonna read it though, but
blah blah blah, fuck you, blah blah blah.
Basically, corporate email that I'm pretty sure they all have on file for when this shit happens. So pretty much when Jason Schreier comes knocking on the door, they have to go through their file system and find this email to get ready to print. So that's what happened with that. Next story kind of started around E3. It has since come to its somewhat of a conclusion. Dr. Disrespect has become unbanned from Twitch after filming in a bathroom at E3.
Did anybody think his ban was going to last very long?
No.
He makes Twitch too much money.
That's why they didn't call it a ban. They called it a suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was what? I think it lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and I bet you I didn't see the numbers for his first stream back afterwards, but I bet you they were insane.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. All I have to say is after the apology and he, essentially got called out on something after his apology, he started just attacking. What was it, Jason Schreier and and one of the other Kotaku writers, not attacking Kotaku, but attacking the people. That's not good.
No, I like Schreier's response. He's like, "I've tried to have a Skype interview with you. Would it make you feel comfortable if we did it in a bathroom?"
Yeah, that was
Jason shot back, and it was brilliant.
Yeah,
it was beautifully brilliant. The clap back from Jason Schreier, and
it was. He did a really another. There was another really good clap back on Twitter and that, but I think it had to do with IGN and
Oh, you're talking about Brian Altano and
that
hard drive where they had the fake, like it was the fake thing from the IGN copy desk, and it was like anybody who doesn't do this is going to have their developer bribes taken away from the time they started here. And Brian Altano was like, "Is that the desk where Philip worked?"
Schreier sat there and commented. He's like, "Holy fuck."
Well, and no one could have even thought that was real, because I could tell just from the first glance at that picture that, like, I'm like, why is the IGN logo somehow weirdly squared out?
It was just funny.
Yeah, that's a like a little like satire site, and it's great.
Yeah. But either way, so Disrespect said in a statement, he reportedly spoke of his commitment to authenticity, a concept that's popular on Twitch due to the intimacy of the platform relative to other, more traditional type of celebrities. There is, however, an intrinsic contradiction to this framing. Everybody on Twitch is putting on a performance. Nobody is being wholly authentic, least of all when they're playing a character.
Y'all, what they're saying here is that this guy and the two guys right here with me on this podcast, none of us are wholly authentic on Twitch. And I'm going to point out that they're probably not wrong. We're not 100% our true selves. We're putting on a show.
Well, I mean, when you get Iron playing Bloodborne, I think that's when when Iron's true self comes out.
The racism and misogyny come out, and we finally get to see Iron for how he truly is.
Bully Iron lives.
God, the freaking rage! Like, okay, now picture that rage going full on at a dealership yesterday, or not yesterday, after Friday. That was. I went off.
Did you channeled your inner Bloodborne rage at the dealership?
Basically.
How is the dealership still in existence? How did your rage not just wipe them off the map?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
It was either way. The thing that pissed me off, I guess, the most about his apology is that he said that he got caught up in the moment and didn't realize that he was doing anything wrong when he live streamed in a public bathroom. Like,
yeah. And it's like, it's
maybe
almost,
the first time. Maybe the first time.
I can see, like, dude, like, I would have sat there and be like turning around going like, why are you like, did you just film in there? Like, dude, don't know. Like,
one time I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna be like, okay, that was a mistake.
But they were committed to the Dr. Disrespect IRL experience.
Yeah, and this is my problem too. It's like he is. Anytime something goes wrong, or anytime he's in trouble, he's like,
it was the character.
It's the character. Like, it's not me. I'm like, it's not Guy. It's Dr. Disrespect. He can do that.
Let me tell you something. If I told you that I was playing a character and then I ran through a women's locker room filming, and then they got mad at me and I was like, but I was just playing a character, they'd still take me to jail.
Probably. Mm-hmm. Just maybe.
But he's made quite a bit of money, so this falls under the, now that he's got quite a bit of money. Yeah, if you have money, what would normally get somebody thrown in jail is just don't do that.
And for those audio listeners, we're slapping ourselves on the wrist.
Very limply. Just
a light tap. Like a light tap. Like mosquito bite kind of thing, like boop.
Oh no, I hit mosquitoes harder than that.
Oh yeah.
I murder those things.
Those fuckers die with extreme prejudice.
So next story.
I think to sum that up, we can all basically say, and hey, Dr. Disrespect, you can come right at me because I'm a small time person. Your little army's gonna come at me for like 5 minutes. I don't fucking care. Fuck off, dude. Like, really. Seriously.
I can agree with that.
Get your shit together. I get that you're playing a character and that's what your character is, this guy, but ignorance of the law or claiming ignorance of the law is not defense.
Well,
sorry. Anyways.
And in part, I guess shame on Twitch for not enforcing their TOS.
How did they not like lop the channel off after the first time into the bathroom? Honestly,
yeah. I mean, they're
how is he not permanent?
Someone's gonna be watching that. Like, how can they not be? Somebody hit the fucking button, turn this off. Like,
Twitch, we love you. We broadcast on you, but you need to enforce the rules equally across the board. If any of us, as a smaller streamer, had done that, we may not be able to stream again on your platform.
Pretty much.
But because this guy makes you a bunch of money, he got a 2-week slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
For shame.
That's why I really don't care for Dr. Disrespect or really anything associated with him.
I've never watched any of his content, and
I've watched a little bit, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. Moving on. So this is for a game that none of us have really played, although I do really want to play it. Days Gone. It is getting a tough but satisfying horde mode. It says a horde challenge called Surrounded that puts players in the middle of a small run downtown, surrounding them with the freakers, and challenges them to survive for as long as they can. It's hard as hell, but really fun.
I don't know why I still have this earbud. I'm not playing games right now.
He's over here sitting there pulling out an earbud, like what? So pretty much it's, I guess, basically kind of like Call of Duty Zombies, surrounded by zombies, survive as long as you can, kind of thing. But people seem to enjoy it. I mean, the game.
My question is, why wasn't this in from the beginning?
It probably wasn't ready.
That's why.
Yeah, probably just wasn't ready.
Because.
I mean, you got to think too. Like, how many times did how many PlayStation games have come out without like a photo mode or something because they didn't have it ready and it wasn't important.
How many games about driving cars and crashing your competitors came out without a multiplayer mode to start with? You know,
good point.
But it's got it now, so that's all that matters.
Well, Days Gone has this now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, from everybody that I've talked to that has played it, they love the game. It's actually fun. So, like it wasn't on the scale of God of War or Spider-Man or Last of Us, but it was still a solid first-party game from Sony. It's pretty much what I've gotten out of it. So,
good job, Sony.
Pretty much, good job, Sony.
I'll play it when it's on PS Plus.
I'll probably get it at some point.
Oh, I'll totally get there.
Speaking of PS Plus, which I will switch to, where to go? Here it is. We'll just go to that. So PS Plus, new games came out for this month for July, and it was going to be Horizon Chase Turbo and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. However, pretty much like last minute, Sony pulled PES 2019 and instead put Detroit Become Human Deluxe Edition.
Oh, it was not pretty much last minute. It was literally as the Plus games were going live, they released the going live blog post that said, by the way, we dropped PES and put in Detroit.
So there you go.
As the games were going live, that's when the Switch was announced. And
yeah,
like I feel incredibly bad for the Konami. 314 people who wanted Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the Detroit Become Human is a better game for this.
Mm-hmm.
And
it needed it PS Plus needed a bigger game in there because the offerings lately have been meh.
Yeah, I think what was it? Did June have Sonic Mania or was it May?
I don't know, but Sonic Mania is fun. I enjoy Sonic Mania.
That one was fun. I think June had it because I think that was when it was Borderlands and Sonic Mania.
Yeah. So that June was a good month, but PlayStation Plus ever since.
Once they dropped the PS3 and Vita games, the biggest problem is that they haven't done what everybody expected them to do when they dropped those games. They expected when they dropped the PS3 and Vita games that they would start doing VR games.
Yeah, and I remember when VR first came out that they said they were going to start adding VR games to it.
Well, and they've done a couple where it's like if you're a Plus member, you get this VR game for free for a couple
but the ones they've done,
it's never like a monthly thing.
The ones that they've done though are ones that are almost guaranteed to make you motion sick.
Right.
Like Riggs Mechanized Combat. That game is motion sickness, the game, and I don't get motion sick in VR, but that game does it to me.
Right. Yeah, I don't know
or
if
Starblood Arena, is that what it was?
I think that one was free. I don't know if I expected VR games. I definitely expected higher priced games to counter.
Yeah. If you're not going to have as many games, you offer something better.
Like better quality.
I mean, they've come through with some of the games and
yeah, I mean,
them being those higher value ones, but
I'm legitimately shocked that at this point Horizon Zero Dawn Game of the Year edition
that
hasn't made it onto PS Plus.
That's a good point. Like
I'm shocked.
God of War or
Uncharted, like
the Nathan
or
Drake
even
collection.
the Last of Us. I mean, the original. Like, why not?
I need to play that.
Or even the DLC stuff, like the Left Behind, or what was the Uncharted 4 one?
Well, that was a standalone game, not DLC.
Yeah, but it
came with the season.
So was so was Left Behind or Left Behind.
It's in that weird category. It's standalone DLC.
Yeah, it's like
it's technically an expansion of the game, but you can play it without.
I look at it very similar to kind of how well, I don't know. When Infamous did Festival of Blood, I think that was like one of the first times they kind of did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm not asking for them to put games that have come out in the past like 6 months. Like that's asking a lot because they're still pushing for their big sales. But I mean, if a game is starting to push in 2 years, it's time to put it on.
You know what game is never, ever going to be on PS Plus because it's still top 10 every month?
GTA.
Grand Theft Auto 5. That game's still in the top 10 on the charts every month.
Oh my god. But yeah,
GTA
like
6, please.
Yeah. So Konami actually didn't even know about this. They said when reached out for comment, they basically said this decision was made by Sony, so please make an inquiry to Sony.
I think it was a good move on Sony's part, to be fair.
Yeah.
PES is soccer is. I'm not going to say soccer games themselves are a niche genre, but I will say that PES is a niche game because most people who are going to play a soccer game are going to get FIFA.
Yep.
So if Sony put down FIFA and then switched out, I could understand why people would be up in arms. They'd be like, "This was my chance to play FIFA."
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of it is what it is. Next up, so we've all played Breath of the Wild, right? Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't finish it, but I played it.
I haven't finished it yet either. I still want to. I almost couldn't do it. Switch almost died.
Is your dock back working again too? By the way.
Yeah, the dock is working because that's how I was playing the other day.
Okay. I was just like, so basically I've had it happen before too, where like for some reason my Switch wouldn't turn on and there was just some weird thing. And then it turned on. So Nintendo Switches can be finicky sometimes, people. Finicky.
Yeah, apparently. So apparently though, despite the game for being out for over 2 years now, it's taken until July 2019 for us to find out that there's an entire village from Wind Waker that has been replicated at the edge of the Breath of the Wild's map. Like it's just there. It's just chilling out.
I forget what the village is called.
Let's see. While playing, John from Game Explain was walking around Lurelin Village when he noticed that the layout of the building seemed familiar. As did their design.
In the game. I don't care, but I played Wind Waker 750 years ago, so.
Yeah, he says, and when you add in the fact that there's also a giant ladder leading to a lookout platform, it all came together. This is Outset Island. Your starting point from Wind Waker, recreated almost identically in Breath of the Wild's southeast corner. And it's not even subtle. It's just out there looking just like it says. It's just out there looking just like it. So I guess we can chalk it up to late discovery to the fact that nobody ever actually visits Lurelin Village.
I'm sure it's because there's nothing out there. I'm sure.
I'm trying to take a look.
There's probably no temples or whatever they were called in there. Out there.
Shrines.
Shrines, yeah.
Here's the weirdest thing. It's not even in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's still, like, I'm thinking, like, when they said it was the edge of the map, like, I'm thinking somebody had to do some weird-ass thing to get way out into the ocean to find it. It's not.
No, it's on the edge of the continent.
Yeah, that's
actual landmass.
So nobody just noticed what it was.
Well, it's probably the fact that there's no reason to go there, I'm guessing. Like, I'm sure they were probably just exploring the map, and the fact that they changed the name of it.
Yeah, because I've been to that. I've been to that village multiple times playing Breath of the Wild, but that doesn't mean I connected the two in my head.
Right.
Yeah, like I'm.
Now, if you had walked into the village and all of a sudden it went to some kind of cell shaded graphics, then you'd be like,
that'd be different.
Oh.
Be like, wait a second, I see what's happening here.
So let's zoom in.
Computer, zoom.
Enhance.
Computer, zoom. Enhance.
Also,
Enhance.
please give us Wind Waker on Switch.
Yeah, that'd be badass. I'm pretty excited about my brain is not getting the name for it. The Game Boy Zelda game,
Link's Awakening.
Yes, yeah. I'm pretty excited for that. And I've been playing Cadence of Hyrule.
Nice.
Thanks to
little teaser for.
So there's five seeds around the city, around the village, and a shrine to the northwest of it slightly, but that's about it.
Basically, if you're chasing the golden turd,
basically,
gotta get out there.
Yeah. What else? Cuphead developers delay DLC, cite desire to make games in a healthier way.
Wait. So they're like, fuck crunch. We're gonna just delay and work normal hours. Oh my god, good job.
Pretty much.
I can't believe I'm giving them a pat on the back for this, but apparently you have to. Ethical game development, kids. It's a thing.
Yep, it says, while we initially announced the 2019 release date for the delicious Last Course expansion, our highest priority is making sure this new adventure meets the meticulous level of care and quality we strive for. We want to be absolutely certain that the next adventure feels at home in the world of Cuphead and is full of moments that surprise and delight players. Furthermore, development of the original game taught us a great deal about the importance of making things in a way that's healthy and sustainable to our team. So,
good on them.
Pretty much, in a world where crunch and all this crap is going on,
game developers are asshats.
But the thing is that this really just shouldn't be a news story. It should just be how it is. But it's not.
There you go.
So, next up, Division 2 is testing some much requested features. Let's figure out, because I saw this article. I saw it and I didn't really read much into it. Let's see. If a batch of features going live in a test build this week make it to the proper game of this later this month, Ubisoft's impressive and continuous shooter appears to be getting flashlights. Badly needed buffs,
flashlights as pistol attachments, by the way. That is how they're going to work it apparently.
Because people only use pistols to break locks.
Pretty much. Badly needed buffs for gadget skills and even matchmaking for its raid.
That is going to be a lower difficulty level version of the raid with lower level loot.
Yeah. Along with some gear balancing, exotics, skill builds, things like that. So I think they're listening to people, because everything that I've heard, although it seems, because I have the Reddit, like I have the Division Reddit, a lot of people in there just bitch. Like they praised that game when it came out, and then once it hit to like they are maxed out on their gear and everything, they're like, I want a specific build. It's taking too long to get it. Like,
here's the thing, Iron. You went to reddit.com, which
I know,
automatically turns the bitch factor up to like the
11.
highest level.
It takes the bitch factor up to 11. And before you ask me why we didn't just make 10 bitchier, that's because 11 is bitchier than 10.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's...
Mike, please tell me you're laughing because you get the reference.
I don't, but it's funny.
Go watch This Is Spinal Tap, you coward. Yeah, so don't take stuff on Reddit with a grain of salt.
Oh, I do, because in the end, like, I always enjoy the game, and I'm not all about like I need that perfect build for this. I need this. As long as I can go and granted, there are some
you're
things
a
I've seen that are
fake
kind of
gamer. Gosh.
I know. I'm horrible. I don't know why I play games at this
Why
point.
do you even know how to hold a controller?
Yeah, you hold it like this, right?
I mean, if you ever want to go to a really salty subreddit, go to Squared Circle. There's some salty people in there. Let me tell you.
Crap.
I can tell you some other subreddits to go to, but not on this podcast.
What else? Okay, so this is the one Mike shared earlier. So we talked about it a couple weeks ago about Shenmue 3 and the developers. Everybody basically. Okay, so the backstory to this is Shenmue 3 announced what in like 2015 that they were doing whatever and that they were kickstarting it and people could back it and they could get it on like PS4 or PC or
through Steam.
and people through Steam. Everybody was like through Steam. And out of nowhere at E3 they were like, "Hey, we're doing this. It's exclusive on Epic." People lost it. Like people flip shit. Not only
we know one of those people.
We do. Not only was it exclusive on Steam or not exclusive on Epic Games, but even if you were supposed to get a physical copy of the game, all it was a case with a code in it. It wasn't a disc anymore. Like, and people were furious. And then they a couple days later, they put out a notice saying, "Hey, we're at E3. We can't answer you guys. We can't figure this out." 3 weeks later, they finally came out and said, "Hey, we've heard your complaints."
Epic came out and
Epic, yeah, basically Epic came out because I'm pretty sure Deep Silver and the creator of Shenmue 3 were like, we're not touching this.
I'm pretty sure that the reason Epic came out and did this is because Deep Silver and the creator of Shenmue can't afford all the refunds.
That too. Pretty much. I mean, they've used all the money.
Well, that
tells me that Epic is about to pony up a lot of cash.
Well, but this also is. I guess you could say this is another political shot at Valve, because not only did Epic say that they're going to cover all of the refunds for the PC people that don't want Epic codes, Epic also came out and said that any Epic exclusive that receives crowdfunding, they're going to cover the any refunds for those projects as well going forward.
Yeah, so if you are crowdfunding and then you join Epic's exclusive group and people are pissed, they will pay for the refunds.
Which I think is good. You know, Epic clearly Epic doesn't need the money from the Epic Store. That's why they're able to do the whole 1288 split.
All I'm saying is just all the Epic Store really needs is a better user.
Yeah. It needs quite a bit. And that's where people are pissed. Like, it needs a lot, and they didn't like.
Does it though?
All the shit that they found in Epic's like coding.
Again, they have just a better UI. Like, if you look at the review section on Steam, half of it's a goddamn cesspool of it anyway.
Right. So I'm just gonna go down the list of things that I care about. They have, so they have a store in the client. That's always good. They have a friends list. They have, I don't think, the only thing in the store they don't have, I think, is wish listing, which they've said that they're working on.
They don't have a shopping cart either.
Or, okay, yeah, I guess they have a shopping cart. That's always nice, but not necessarily a downfall. But
it is when it locks you out for buying too many games too fast.
That's very true.
Because you couldn't shopping cart the games.
Let's make a point real quick. We said earlier that how could a company release a game with a certain part missing or multiplayer missing? How could you launch a game launcher with a store without a shopping cart?
well, let me throw it. Hold on. Let me counter that. Microsoft Store doesn't have a shopping cart.
It doesn't?
No.
Wow.
If you go to the PlayStation Store on your console, that doesn't have a shopping cart.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty positive that it does not have a shopping cart.
I can't look it up because I moved my PlayStation back to my yesterday, so I honestly can't even look.
I'm now if you go to the if you go to the PlayStation Store on the web, it has a shopping cart. But if you go to it on the console, I'm pretty sure it does not have a shopping cart.
Now to clarify, are you talking about like the Microsoft Store on the Xbox itself, or are you talking about like the Windows Store on PC?
I think I was thinking normally the Windows Store on PC.
Because normally we don't break podcasts to talk about the chat unless something pops up. But like you're wronged in the chat like hardcore right now. Like Shonen First was like a shopping cart is not necessary, and then they're like Xbox Store has a shopping cart, Windows Store has a cart. Shonen just checked. If we can get a check on the console version of PlayStation. I feel like there's a shopping cart on there. My heart tells me there's a shopping cart there.
I know the website for PlayStation has a shopping cart, but I didn't.
Yeah, I know the website does, but I
didn't think the in-console store did.
I honestly can't remember now.
I want to say that maybe the one on Vita didn't.
Fucking Vita.
But the PS4 one, I want to say does.
Let me bust open my pita and check my pita.
Your pita?
I want a pita. Let's go.
We eating lunch here?
I got some leftover like chicken shepherd's pie in the fridge, but I just had brunch not that long ago. I'm not ready for lunch.
I had brunch too. I'm sure it does because that's the reason why Xbox put it on their store. Is what Mr. Wiggles is saying. So,
well,
if somebody could confirm it, great. Otherwise, because
me,
I can't. That's right, Mike. You're so fucking full of shit, man, that we have no choice here. You are fired from this podcast. Please pack your desk and leave. And if Lindsay is sitting behind you on the couch, have her sit in your place. If she is not available, put the dog on.
She's too busy playing WoW right now.
Mm.
And the dog is
sleeping. Jeez.
Well,
moving on.
Moving on, yes. So anyway, so it goes into, it says, so they've kind of released some news. I wonder if I can, let me try to get to the actual, here it is, the Kickstarter update. So the update says, as noted in the updates and survey at launch, we originally had planned for PC distribution through Steam, taking publishing and sales considerations into account. YSNet, I don't even know how to pronounce it. YesNet? EaseNet. And Deep Silver agreed to our partnership with Epic Game Store on PC version distribution. As a publishing partner, Deep Silver has greatly contributed not only to sales and marketing, but to scaling up the game, so there is more Shenmue 3 to begin with. Also, Epic Games has been with us from the very start when we adopted Unreal Engine 4 for development, and have given us their support throughout the development. In response to backers who have requested Steam keys for their rewards, we discussed offering the keys on the day of release. However, coordination with the sales policies of the involved companies was unattainable. And as a result, we are not able to make a day one distribution option for keys. So, version availability. You can get a PC physical package disc plus Epic Game Store key, the PC digital Game Store key, PS4 physical disc, or the PS4 voucher code. If selecting either the PC physical or PC digital version, an option to also receive a Steam key 1 year later will be available.
Y'all, should I play Shenmue? Should I just play this game?
No.
Okay, good. I wasn't going to, but I just wanted to clarify that I shouldn't. It does come to my attention, Mike, that we currently lack a suitable replacement. So we're gonna rehire you, but it's on a probationary status and with a 20% pay cut.
What's 20% of 0?
It means you have to give your pool up.
Hey, here's a spoiler. That wasn't even my pool.
So yeah, this whole thing just kind of became a mess, but then it became a thing. There became this thing too of these refunds aren't even guaranteed, because if the money was already spent, they're kind of saying like, well, if we've already spent it to implement something into a game, you may not get your refund. Or like, because Kickstarter has backings at certain levels. So if your backing was like let's take for example like the $80 one, says get an international phone call and in-game item to call these people from Shenmue 1 and 2. This item will unlock phone conversations and flashbacks. If that's already done and implemented, I guess you're not getting your money back.
I mean,
or possibly anyway.
Can I play devil's advocate for a brief moment?
Sure.
Can I be the lawyer for Deep Silver for a moment?
Sure. Let's do it. We need one.
All right. Here's the thing. When you do something like Kickstarter, you pledge at your own risk. There are plenty of people who have done Kickstarter for projects and the projects fizzled out and never happened and they never got their money back. That is the inherent danger of a platform like Kickstarter. So if you don't want to put yourself in a position of, oh no, this isn't exactly what I wanted, then you wait for the product to come out and you pay the higher price when the product comes out. If you are so determined to be part of the Kickstarter campaign, and more power to you, there's been plenty of cool Kickstarters, and there's plenty of Kickstarters out there that I would love to have jumped in. I just didn't have the money at the time. Like, I know of a band that I really like that recently kickstarted their 3rd album, and it was successful, and I wanted to be part of that. I just couldn't. Kickstarter can be a great place, but I'm sorry, when it comes to situations like this, you kind of got what you asked for.
Kind of.
You're still getting a copy of the game.
Yep.
It's just not on the platform you expected to get it on.
No, it's not on the launcher you expected to get it on. PC is the platform.
PC
the launchers
is the platform, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like Penguin said, just you do it at your own risk kind of thing. So, I mean, I kickstarted the Sign and Happiness card game. I can't remember the name of it. I kickstarted that and I put like $30 down for it because that was going to be the only place you could get it. Within 2 months, it was everywhere. And I was like, well, oh well, at least I was an original backer, kind of thing.
Hey,
like it was still a fun game.
You have that point of pride. You backed that game from the beginning.
I got a couple extra cards. It is very fun.
There you go. See, you lost nothing from that exchange.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, yeah, it went to other places and ended up being cheaper, and I'm like, oh well.
Now,
but you got bonus cards,
and the thing
that's true.
The thing that I know some people have brought up in this conversation is, Metro Exodus, people that wanted it on Steam got it on Steam. The difference there is that those people actually pre-ordered it through Steam. Like, they exchanged money with Valve.
They actually had to give them that money.
Did you know? Let me tell you, there's this very, very little known feature on Steam that allows you to launch non-Steam games through Steam. Did you know this existed?
No. Yes, I did.
So just pretend like it's on Steam, for fuck's sake.
It's not the
same.
I'm sorry.
That's pretty much what people say.
You're right.
Mm.
I mean, depending on the game, sometimes that's broken, because I know with like Blizzard games, for example, if you try to add those as a non-Steam game, shortcut within Steam, it just opens up the Battle.net launcher. It doesn't actually launch the game.
This is why we all need that
the GOG2.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
GOG2 when it comes out, and we'll all get on there, and we'll all be able to achievements from every platform, and we can all live in peace and harmony.
That'd be great. What else we got? So basically just 2 more stories, one game one and then one something else. Seems there was a leak by Amazon UK. Batman Arkham Collection will be coming to PS4 and Xbox One September 6th.
Physical. I was reading about this morning. I didn't know this was in here, but apparently this collection already exists in digital form. You can already buy, from what I was reading from some people, you can already buy this collection in digital form.
Just the 3 games?
Are they are they updated visuals?
I don't think so.
These are updated. This is fully remastered and updated visual for Asylum and City.
They already did that though.
Yeah.
That's Return to Arkham, which has been available physically. My guess is that this is just bundling it with Arkham Knight. Maybe as a 3-pack.
I think Rockstar just needs a little bit of extra cash to finish their new game. Rocksteady, sorry, Rocksteady.
Their Superman game finally.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck they're working on.
Please finish it. We needs it.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see when that. I mean, it's early July, so we'll see what happens with that here in the next couple weeks. I'm sure they'll fully announce it soon. Then, the next thing is more for computer nerdiness. The NVIDIA RTX Super Series cards are out, along with the new AMD RX 50 or basically 5000 series, along with their 3000 series CPUs. And they're looking pretty damn good on both ends.
Except for your wallet.
Except for your wallet. I mean, granted, the RX 5700s, they did get a knockdown in price, about $50. I think one of them got knocked down $30. But the RX 5700 XT is about in match with a 2070. So it's, and then I mean the Ryzen.
As much as I hate to rain on your AMD parade there, Iron, I just wanted to confirm that if you go on PlayStation Store right now for $59.99, you can buy the Batman Arkham Collection, which contains Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight.
I wonder why
it was released November 27th of 2018.
I wonder what the deal is with
this version that's coming out is just a physical version.
So I think that has to be a bundle that they came up with when they released Return to Arkham, which is the remaster of the first 2 of Asylum and City. I'm guessing it's just a bundle they put together, and now they're gonna sell that in physical. But that's games that you could have played last year.
And the year before.
And the year before, and many years before that if you got to Asylum and City when they came out.
Yes.
Mr. Penguin.
It's almost as if games come out all the time.
They do. They do come out all the time. What games have you been playing, Mr. Penguin?
So, let's talk, kids. Let me take you on a journey of the games in my life. Let's start with a game that is continuing to be an obsession of mine, which is Slay the Spire. If you haven't played Slay the Spire, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you have Game Pass, it's free. Download it. Do you don't want to play it on console? Want to play it on PC? Well, it's part of Xbox Game Pass for PC. Fucking play it. Want to play it on the go? Awesome. Buy it on Switch. I don't care. Buy it and play it. It is a roguelike deck builder, and it is enjoyable. I've also been playing Cadence of Hyrule. For those of you who know of Crypt of the Necrodancer, this is the Zelda version. It is good. It is challenging, and play it. Let's see. I did for a little bit of time this week break out an old favorite. Something that as a community we all love, and that is Mario Kart on Switch. I whooped the ever-loving shit out of everybody, and then I rode off into the sunset.
He did.
Also, MLB, the show. Just so you know, Iron, they are doing, I think the cheapest bundle available for the show for All-Star Break is $39.99. I saw blog post about it. Dangerous driving this morning because I wanted to mess around with it. And some GTA Online also as well. We got into some shenanigans with that shit yesterday. Oh man, that was good. It makes me remember that I actually do miss that game.
We need to play it more.
We still need to get the heist crew together and do the heists. So Mike, if we can find like I don't know, a third and a fourth for next weekend during the 24-hour stream, we might be able to dive into that for a little while.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Oh, and Civ, the Treason Day game is still ongoing. A few turns away from finishing. I think we're at turn 208 of 250.
That's not far.
And I may be at war with France because their closest city to me is Lyon, and they have the Panama Canal, and I want it.
How did the war with Poland go?
Who's Poland?
I guess that answers my question.
I took every city that I took from them, I renamed to an American, including creating a city called Toledo. And my personal favorite, we renamed the capital of Poland Portland because it's close to sounding like Poland, but it's not quite there.
Close enough.
And the last city I took, the last city they had left, is Tulsa. So, yeah, that's kind of been my week. How about you, Mike? What you got?
Well, I finally got around to beating Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
I've played like 10 minutes of that game.
So now I gotta start the grind that is getting the platinum in that game, and then probably get the season pass and do all the level, DLC levels and stuff like that. Lego games are good. I like Lego games.
If they would let us play online together, that'd be even better.
I cannot wait until the Star Wars saga, the Skywalker saga comes up. That'll be fun. I'll probably be streaming lots of that.
You know what we'll be playing in a couple weeks, Mike? Marvel.
Yeah, if I get it right away. I don't know. I want to get it, but we'll see. Cause I
might have to wait till August, so it's okay.
I have the game I've played the most in the last couple days. I got sucked into Super Mario Maker 2.
I don't have it. I don't think that.
If you like Mario games, you'll like Mario Maker.
Well, I do like that, but like the levels, it would just annoy me because most of those levels are just designed to be as difficult as possible.
Not the ones that I've played. So there's two things I've kind of explored with so far. There is the story mode, which are the basically the levels that Nintendo created. And those have all been pretty easy so far, except for me making stupid mistakes and jumping in holes and just being stupid. Then so that's fun. You basically kind of spoilers for the opening cinematic. You you've just built Princess Peach's castle, and then this new character they created called Undo Dog comes in and presses this button that resets the world that somehow got left on the ground. So it deletes the castle, and you have to basically rebuild the castle through the story mode. So you
not cool.
So you do you choose, you know, the section of the castle you want to rebuild. That costs a certain amount of coins, so you have to go and do jobs, which are levels, to get a certain payout amount. And payout depends on the difficulty of it.
Go to Nintendo.com to buy coin packs.
No, actually, it's just
Hashtag
all in-game stuff. It's just all in-game stuff, you know. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna probably be streaming more of that this afternoon while we wait for the puppy to dry so we can brush her out. But then the other mode that I played around with a little is the endless mode, which is basically just you get to keep playing levels until you run out of lives, essentially. And that's where that mode brings in the user-generated levels, but it's got different difficulty levels. So, like, you can do an easy endless mode, or you can do a super hard endless mode. I've just been doing the easy endless mode, just, you know, getting reacquainted with 2D Mario. And so far, I think the highest I've gotten is 20 levels, and I'm still going on that playthrough. But I've noticed, especially with this one, because they have the auto, you know, the creation tools, they have the auto scroll and stuff like that in there now, which I don't know if this really applies to it, but there have been quite a few what's called auto Mario levels in there, where basically you just don't do anything. It's like an easy freebie level.
That's kind of boring.
But they're never very long. And
convince me to spend $60 on this game, because right now I'm not convinced.
I mean, the only argument I have for why you should get it is if you like 2D Mario games. That's, I mean,
so buy it on sale.
There's two aspects to this game. You either like creating stuff and you want to create your own levels, or you just like playing through it, and you know,
so
it's more Mario, basically.
So it's Little Big Planet, but Mario,
but better.
It's Little Big Planet, but Mario.
It's better Little Big Planet.
I actually saw a story too. Somebody made Super Mario Maker inside Little Big Planet.
I mean, that's possible, but I guess it's 2D.
Like Black Friday, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2D Mario. It's everything that comes with 2D Mario, and like there was one level I played where someone recreated one of the new Super Mario Brothers levels, or someone went and recreated one of the Super Mario Brothers 3 levels. The one thing I guess that I was unaware of when I bought it, but it's kind of disappointing, is they took out the costumes. So there was like an item in the first game where that was like a mystery mushroom that you could have it apply different costumes to the Mario character. So you could have like a Metroid costume, or I think there was even a Sonic costume. I don't remember for sure, but
don't worry, that's coming back into the DLC.
I'm sure, yeah, and that's what I thought when I kind of looked it up. I was like, well, how do I? Because I was playing around with the creator a little bit, and I was like, how do I do costumes? And when I couldn't find an option, and I looked it up, it's like, oh yeah, those aren't in the game. So, but
that sounds to me like they're gonna lock it behind a paywall.
Other than that, I think it's a good game. as long as you don't run into. I mean, I guess the good thing is if you run into a level that you don't like, you can. There is in the endless mode, I believe there is an option to skip a level. I don't know how many times you can do that.
I would like to do it as many times as I want.
But I know there's people out there that are just like, let me create the hardest Mario level there is. But then there's people out there that just create easy, simple levels, and that's where the fun is you can kind of get the Mario levels that you want, and there's pretty much an endless supply of them. Plus, I guess another thing that's good for this, and I know this probably doesn't apply to you, Penguin, but each level has a world record time on it, so speedrunners will like this game.
Yeah, it's definitely a speedrunning game.
Like that.
I'll give it that.
Yeah, speedrunning is not my thing. Like, I love 2D Mario, but like I said, at $60, it's just not sitting with. So when Black Friday rolls around, if they want to knock it down to 40 for Black Friday, that might be my sweet spot on this game. I know Nintendo games do not typically go below 40.
Right. That's I would say that is a perfectly valid stance to take on it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. $40, and I'd probably buy it. So Black Friday.
So other than Mario Maker, as Penguin said, we played some Mario Kart on Friday. He whooped us all.
He wrecked all of you.
He pretty much won most every race, and got lucky and won the couple of battle modes that we played as well.
I lost one battle mode. No, I lost the Team Grand Prix. I lost in the Team Grand Prix.
Oh, okay.
When we were at 200cc.
Yeah,
because all of your computers were better than all of my computers.
That's basically what it came down to.
Pretty much, and all of my computers were better than me. So,
I think all of the computers were better than all of us for the most part. I think Iron lucked out and won one of those races.
Yes, I did. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And then as Penguin said as well, we jumped in, had shenanigans in GTA. Penguin put me and Iron against each other trying to race to find Mr. Penguin, and when I got there first, he stabbed me in the back with a proximity mine.
It's fine. He did it to me too when I made it to the boat. He hit me with a tomahawk.
So I guess the lesson we learned there is never accept employment in Waddle Inc. again.
Or do, and just know that right after we did that, once we stopped that, we started actually doing like repo missions, and it was really fun.
Yeah. Missions with your friends are fun. I saw you guys doing some racing. That's fun as well.
Yeah, we did a couple. I really like that submersible car. That was cool.
That car was cool. I bet it cost like $5 billion in GTA money.
Yeah, we'll find out eventually.
But that's. I'm trying to think. Did I play anything else? Might have played some Siege here and there. I'm gonna try to jump into that more.
Pink Quail, he'll play.
Who knows? Yeah. But other than that, that's all I played. What did you play this week, Iron? Or a couple weeks, I guess.
Let's see. What did we play? I played some Minecraft. Me and Mike played Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
We did some heavy work in there, more than we should have.
Twice.
So we played some of that. Yeah, we did it twice. We played that. Let's see. I played some PUBG with Quail and Tim.
How much salt was there?
Quite a bit with Quail. Tim, not so much, but we all know that Quail is the salty, which is why his name is MC Salty Quail.
Look, I'm sorry. I just don't like playing games where I have somebody on my team going, shh, shh. I'm trying to hear, shh.
Yeah. No, like, and Tim will do that.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't generally tend to like games where I get shot out of nowhere and can't see what I did wrong.
Now, most of the time when me and Quail, I think the farthest we made it was top 5. And then we died. We were on Sanuk. And after we died, it was our last match. After we died, I watched it ended up being like there was like 3 buildings in the circle, and then there was a hill with some trees. So we weren't really sure.
Hill, didn't you?
I got popped from the hill. Quail got hit from a building that he was working his way slowly towards. We were screwed. We were the last ones in there, so we didn't really have a hiding place.
Mm-hmm.
So we were basically having to hunt everybody else. So I went back and watched the replay, and I saw Quail just get smoked from the building, and the guy saw me poke my head out, and he just unloaded on me in that. And that one was a lot better. Most of the time we saw where we died from, and it was just I couldn't hit the trigger fast enough, kind of thing, or he saw me before I saw him. But after I got hit once or twice, I see the flash, and I'm like, I got nowhere to hide from him, kind of thing.
PUBG
but it
is
was still
just
fun.
It's just a little too simulation for me.
I like it.
Slightly too realistic in your murder.
Well, I mean, not. I don't mind like realistic as far as shooting people and stuff like that. It's just too. I mean, I guess too realistic as far as me doing the shooting. Like having to worry about bullet drop and stuff like that, and
I will say
I'm surprised they haven't built wind into that game yet.
Yeah, that's true.
The wind is blowing out of the east at 3 miles per hour. Please adjust your shots accordingly.
Yeah.
That wind is coming from the direction of victory.
I will say it. So we ended up playing on every map but Miramar. So we didn't get on the desert map. We got to play one match on the new map, the on Vikindi, which is still really weird because when you're sitting there and you're walking along in that, like, you track people through the snow because it'll leave footprints, so you can track them. So you have to kind of be coy on it. Do I need to cut through this shortcut? Oh, there's going to be tracks, but I can run on the grass.
Climb the trees and like run through the trees.
No, there are grass areas that you can kind of like get on, and then there's no tracks, but you just have to be cautious of it.
PUBG. This is a direct request. Let me climb into a effing tree and just stand in the tree and shoot people from atop.
I think that'd be a little much. Okay, they're already still working on ledge grabs. So, like, I mean, they have added quite a number of things, and they've changed a number of things. They've added more new weapons. Eventually, the gas can will be able to explode. It was in the test server, so it should be coming with the next update. The Erangel full remaster will be coming out this summer.
Finally, Erangel will be in HD.
Yeah, finally. That poor map. It was so ignored for so long. But yeah, so that's gonna. I mean, I'll still keep playing in that. And then the other game I played that I've played quite a bit of is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I love that fucking game. It is, and like after playing Mario Kart with you guys, I was like,
after you remembered how to play Mario Kart.
After I remembered how to play Mario Kart, I'm like, I still like CTR better. There's a lot more variety in that. In CTR, there's a lot more variety. They've changed quite a bit of it to the point, like, because in Mario Kart you can change your cart and everything. You can do that also in CTR. However, it does not. The only thing that will affect your, I guess, stats for the race is your character. That's it. The cart is completely, you can customize it. You can put decals and paint and wheels and whatever else you want it. It's just the character.
So and then each character has literally no strategy there.
Depends. I mean, there are some races that have very tight turns. Like the retro stadium in that, and maybe you want to use the polar bear or something like that.
Yeah, but what if I want to be Crash, but I want a different I want the same effects as using the polar bear, but just
Nope.
See, that's the problem.
I mean, it's really the only thing I've noticed is the turning and the speed, and that's really all it changes. Just turning, how tight of a turn you can make, and how fast you go, and that's really it.
So I'm going to clarify this. You are saying that Crash Team Racing is a better kart racer than Mario Kart.
Yes.
Iron, I'm gonna need you to pack your desk. You're fired. Go ahead and
wait. I can rectify this. There is a penguin in Crash Team Racing.
I don't need to drive as the penguin because I can drive right past the penguins in Mario Kart.
There are penguins on the track in
Mario Kart.
In Nitro Kart.
Okay, so it's equivalent in that regard. That doesn't help you. You might want to find a new attempt to get your job back here.
I don't know. I mean, I will die on this hill. The game is good. Like it's a solid fucking.
Your willingness to die on this hill. I respect that. Now I can't hire you back on a probationary basis because we already have somebody in that role. What I can do is bring you on as an unpaid intern. With the possibility of getting hired on probationary once that person is out of probationary status.
I can deal with that.
All right, that is a 100% pay cut though. So welcome back.
I guess that means that Penguin has to do the outro.
Damn.
Oh no, we farmed that shit out to the intern.
Nah. But no, so like the game. So I streamed it one night, and I'll probably end up streaming it again. I might do it Tuesday, unless I come up with a different game that I want to play. But the game, it's a lot of fun. I ended up finishing at least the main campaign story. I still have to go back and do all the relics and the CTR coins and things like that. The online is fun. I will say there are a couple racers that you run into, and you're like, how are you 30 seconds ahead of me when I'm in third place? Like you can't even finish the race and you're in third.
Shit, so Mr. Penguin, when we were playing Mario Kart the other day.
Wait. So you're telling me that that is one of those situations where you would have loved to have the thing in Mario Kart where it does bring you back. Mario Kart,
I mean,
the rubber banding thing that happens in Mario Kart where it pulls the racers in the rear forward, gives them more speed so they can catch up for a more competitive race.
It would have been nice.
No, stop there.
But I don't use it. I don't like really playing. The only reason I've been playing online with the randoms in that is because they have this thing called Grand Prix.
Yeah, and it's so does every other racing.
Well, it's basically like very similar to, I guess, in concept as like battle passes and that. Although you don't pay for them, but it's taking place over almost the entire month of July, and you earn points as you complete challenges, either daily, weekly, the monthly, whatever. Pro challenges, you have to complete these. You get nitro fuel points. Those will unlock decals and stickers and carts and other characters. Although you can eventually get these characters in the pit stop, which is where you use coins that you collect that you cannot buy with real money. But everything is available to get in the game. Yeah, yet. It's Activision, so yeah, it's going to be a yet.
Yeah, yet. Get is the operative word there.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else been striking your fancy, Iron? Aside from me shooting you from a yacht in Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah, played GTA, and Penguin was killing us from a yacht. I played a little bit of Mario with Mike after I finally fixed my Switch again.
And 4 shots in.
And what?
You were 4 shots in.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a rough day. I don't think I played anything else actually. So yeah, that'd be about it.
I did play a fun game I forgot about while I was gone on vacation. And that fun game was how many drinks can Mr. Penguin drink over 8 days?
How many
and
was
still
it?
not even catch a buzz. I did catch it. So before we outro, we'll save this for the post show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll save it for the post show.
Let's outro, and then we'll save it for the post show.
So everybody, thank you guys for watching over here on twitch.tv/LunarCastaways. Thank you guys for listening on all podcasts or whatever you decide to listen to it on. We will be streaming. I will be streaming on Tuesday. After that, I am gone for 5 days.
Boo.
Yes. I am going up to Mackinac Island for about 5 days, so I will be enjoying my nice little vacation up there. I will be back late Sunday, probably like 7-8 o'clock, because it's a 5-hour drive.
When are we gonna do the podcast? Monday?
Monday.
Are we skipping a week again?
I don't know yet. We haven't really discussed this. We'll figure it out as we go. So we'll be so I know I'll be streaming Tuesday. Mike will probably stream Friday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure
it out. Penguin will be streaming on what is it, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I do Tuesdays and Thursdays
on Twitch.
This Tuesday will be a daytime stream because Tuesday night will be at the theater seeing Aladdin.
Nice.
The Broadway show. Yes, I am cultured. And then Thursday, not sure how this Thursday stream is going to be because I got to get myself mentally prepared for the Saturday stream next week.
That's true. So you got your big stream. So
now, one of the things as far as streaming, one of the things I do want to try to start getting together is, I guess similar to the what KFBF did, where let's say Wednesday or one of the nights of the week we have just a multiplayer night. That could. I should
randomly do a stream over on KFBF. Just people like, wait, what?
What's going on? Why is this channel active?
Yeah, I mean that way, and it could be Mario Kart, it could be Smash. While I still have it, if we don't start playing Smash soon, I might just end up getting rid of it. But it could, it could be GTA, it could be anything that's multiplayer. If either Iron or I have it, we should try to, dedicate at least one night a week to all of you guys that support us and are somewhat friendly to us at times in our Discord.
I also wanted to let you guys know, as I do on a somewhat weekly basis, we're catching up with Overwatch League in terms of viewership. Currently we are only 89,541 viewers behind.
We're getting there.
I feel like that
we were over 100,000 viewers behind earlier. We're catching up.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's time to get there. So I think that covers everything. Anything else will be here in the post show. So again, everybody,
drinking stories.
Stay tuned for the drinking stories. So everybody, thank you guys for watching again. Thank you guys for listening. And you can catch us over here on the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/LunarCastaways. You can catch Penguin over on twitch.tv/Mr. Penguin Von Penguin, or over on Mixer at mixer.com/Mr. Penguin Von Penguin. Sometimes.
We'll see.
See how it goes. So everybody, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. And until next time, everybody, have a great day.
Bye.
All right. Recording is
done.
Stopped. Post show.
All
right. How many drinks, Penguin?
All right. So let's start this by saying saying, okay, that
So
when you sail out of Galveston, okay, let me start this way. Carnival Cruise Lines and all other cruise lines sell a drink package. Okay, they sell a drink package that you can purchase. That is basically just an open bar, and they're like, "Hey, great, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be an open bar. You pay a certain amount up front. Boom. So for Carnival, it's if you buy it in advance, it's $51.95 per person per day.
Okay.
And it has to, if you have more than one stateroom, then every adult in your stateroom has to purchase it.
Makes sense.
So we spent $858 on the drink package.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 2 people.
Okay.
Drink package allows you. It is up to 15 alcoholic drinks per day, because that isn't just Carnival's, like, that's not Carnival's drink package limit. That's just Carnival's drink limit. Nobody is allowed to buy more than 15 drinks per day.
Okay, so 15 drinks per day times what, 8 days you were on there?
Well, so here's the thing. When you sail out of Galveston, Texas, because of the liquor laws of Texas, they do not sell the drink package the first day.
Okay.
Because the way that the Texas taxes liquor, like, they only serve alcohol from bottles if they've already paid taxes. So the first day we were like, well, we don't have to drink, but we were walking around the ship. Nick and I have been on this particular ship before. Our friends who went with us have never been on a cruise. So we're walking around, showing them kind of the lay of the land. And we're walking past the Red Frog pub on deck 5 near the casino. And they're like, it's happy hour from 12:30 to 2:30, half price on a bunch of things, including fish bowls.
Oh.
Now, if you were paying attention in my Discord that day,
yeah,
I had a giant pitcher of booze that cost me $11. I drank it all. It's the one day I caught a buzz because I drank that.
And that's one drink.
And technically, it's one drink. You can't buy those on the drink package though as one drink though. It's a shame.
a little bit.
But yeah.
Bastard.
So I did catch a buzz off that because I did drink that entire thing in about an hour or so. So there was that. After that, the next day when we woke up, the drink package was in effect. The first thing I did was go to the coffee bar and buy coffee, which was like $4. I drink like 2 or 3 of those a day. That helps out because I did not treat the drink package as I must drink all this booze. I must have all 15 drinks per day, every single day.
Wait, you treated the drink package like a responsible adult?
Sort of.
Okay. At least as long as it's sort of.
So basically, what we did, I knew that as long as I drank $55 per day, all right, I am uploaded. Dope. As long as I drank $55 a day or more, I got my money's worth. Yeah, I know I did that. I was averaging about $90 a day. 6 of that being coffee. Two of the 7 days the package was available, I had 12 drinks. All in all, over 8 days, I had, depending on how you want to count that first drink, you could call it 62 to 65 drinks over 8 days.
Jeez,
That's a lot of booze.
That is a lot of booze.
It was a good time. I drank a lot of mudslides. They had a drink called they had a drink and it was called a Miami Vice, which was just, they took a glass and they took 2 pitchers and they poured into it, and one side was pina colada and the other side was strawberry daiquiri.
Okay.
I drank a lot.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, if you pay for it, drink it.
Hey y'all, I this is like breaking news, and I just wanted you to know this, that right now, they have this amazing deal. And if you need to go take advantage of this right now, it's on Target. Before they correct the price, and they're obviously going to correct it, you can currently get 1-2 Switch for just $81 on sale. I wish I was joking with you, but I'm not. There's a massive price on Target right now. 1-2 Switch, $81.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Go get that. Go get that 1-2 Switch right there. Look at that. That is a steal.
Wow.
Somebody fucked that one up.
That's a steal, y'all.
I mean, that's just supply and demand at work right there.
Of course. I mean,
There.
You know, it's really good.
Not enough.
If I don't feel like letting y'all look at my face anymore, that's cool. That's my background.
All right, I do gotta go because I gotta
go buy stuff so you can go to Mackinac Island.
Mackinac.
So
don't eat all of the fudge, but at the same time eat all of the fudge.
Yes.
Fun fact: one night on the cruise, they had this like shrimp dish that my buddy really liked in the main dining room, and he ordered like 7 servings of it.
Jeez.
Plus more food. It's all the same price.
I guess. Oh my god. All right. I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
And we've lost Iron.
We have lost Iron.
The intern is gone. And my face is now spread across 2. I am Iron and Mike, and I'm getting closer. Getting closer to.
No, I forget. I always gotta do this.
You need a single button on your Stream Deck that does this.
It would be nice. Well, the problem is because we're using Discord for the video chat, and I have to have it full screen to get basically the segments of the stream cammed out, basically. So, and Discord only lets you adjust the focus on people when you're not in full screen.
That's true. Like, I literally just unfocused you, and I can see me again. But why would I want to see me? I'm gonna focus on you.
Why would you want to see you?
I'm just focused on you.
Little behind the scenes on how this delightful podcast is made.
Y'all want to see a little behind the scenes? I can show you.
I mean, I can show them too. I could just go like this. Look, this is how it's made. Uh-oh. Oh, God. There's 2 of me. Oh, my God. And they're flipped.
I'm waiting to see this pop up. Oh, there we go. Now you're...
It looks better on my screen because I can see both of me next to each other.
You just look like you're really loving that wall.
So,
anyway.
I want to get your thoughts on this, Mr. Penguin, before we turn off the post show. What do you think of the revelation that we had airports in the 1800s?
I just want to point out, sir, that that is how powerful the U.S. military is. We were taking airports from the enemy before there were airports. Okay.
Oh.
Don't forget that. The power of the U.S. military. Ability to take airports before airports existed.
Yeah. Also, if you're gonna do any public speaking, maybe fact check some shit before you go out and speak.
True story. Maybe you fact check whether or not there were airports, more than 100 years before flight.
Yeah, about that. All right.
That's some temporal warfare shit right there.
I mean, I'm all about the sci-fi, but I'm pretty sure I know for a fact that I know enough history to know that airplanes weren't around until, the 1900s.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for our post show.
I believe so.
I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. See if the pup is dry enough to brush, and if she is not, I will come back and play some Mario Maker.
That sounds splendiferous.
Anyone, I will probably have myself in the voice chat on the Lunarcastaways Discord if anyone wants to hang out. But that is my plan for the afternoon. She's the boss. She'll tell me what to do.
Hey, boss. Slytherin. Wait, she's a Slytherin?
She is a Slytherin.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, what are you?
I have no idea.
Lindsay with an E. What is Mike? What do you think he is?
Hold on, she can't hear you.
I know she can't. I was relying on you to spread the message.
Now she can.
What do you think Mike is?
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
You're a good man.
What the fuck?
Welcome to Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff.
You're a Hufflepuff?
My husband is a Slytherin.
See? There we go.
Slitherpuff couples are the best.
I'll take your word for it.
I didn't even hesitate. You're 100% Hufflepuff. There's nothing wrong with being a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Hufflepuff, guys.
Welcome to the club, man.
What color is Hufflepuff?
Yellow. Well, gold and black.
I don't like that.
Too bad.
Is it
Get fucking used to
Ravenclaw
it.
that's blue?
Ravenclaw is blue, yes,
All right.
but you're not a Ravenclaw.
Look,
Mike.
I choose all of my factions based on color. All right.
So you're Team Mystic in Pokemon Go.
I don't even fucking know.
No, because we did whatever.
That one I just joined whatever the GameStop people were doing.
Boo. Hiss.
What am I? I did catch some Pokemons while I was out at the dog park until I started streaming.
I caught a Pokemon in Key West.
Hey, just an FYI, don't enter dangerous areas while playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah? Don't enter dangerous areas while playing Pokemon Go?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Are you sure?
I'm whatever red is.
Ew. Valor?
Sure.
No, Valor's gold.
Whatever the red one is, with the bird.
The burb. They're all based on the burbs.
You a wizard?
I'm a lizard berry.
I think Lindsay played a little bit of that.
It's pretty great.
Stay safe. It's good.
Yeah, don't trespass.
Yeah, don't do any trespass. Oh my goodness.
Do not play while driving.
That's also a good one.
What if I want to play while driving? Yeah, I'm a wizard. I'm a little yellow wizard.
A little yellow wizard.
All right, we should get out of here.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.